In this video, we're going to talk about buying your first home and a few things you need to do before you even start looking for homes for sale. So the first tip that I've got for you today is first you need to check on your credit score. So you can download different credit reporting apps and you can log in and create an account and you can see what your current credit report looks like and what your score currently is. To be able to qualify for a loan to buy real estate, you're going to need to have a decent credit score, at least 620 or higher. The higher your credit score, the lower interest rate you can get on your mortgage, so you're going to save thousands of dollars in interest if you have a high credit score. Second tip for you today is you want to save the down payment. So you need to start considering what your budget is each month, how much you're spending on different living expenses. Anywhere you can cut out some of these expenses can add up to extra savings that you can put away in a savings account so that eventually you can accrue enough money in that account to go towards a down payment on the property. Most properties require at least 3.5% down. So for every $100,000 property, you're going to need at least $3,500 saved. So if you're buying a $200,000 house, you would need $7,000 saved for the down payment. You also need to factor in closing costs. So tip number 3, save some extra money to cover initial closing costs and any other home ownership expenses your first couple months living in the home, so you have a cash reserve to draw from. So expenses would be things like property taxes, property insurance, utilities that you have to pay for when you own the home. And when you're purchasing the home, you have different closing costs to pay out of pocket for at closing. So this is going to be things like title fees, title insurance. You may have to pay for home inspections and appraisal for the lender and additional closing costs that are going to be on your settlement statement. Now, your fourth tip when getting ready to buy a home is you want to make sure you have an idea of your criteria. So start thinking about what your needs are in a home and what kind of homes you're going to be searching for. You don't just want to look at every type of home out there. You want to find the ones that are more specific to your needs. So if you need your home to have a certain number of bedrooms, certain number of bathrooms, be a certain size in terms of square footage, or if you're thinking about having like a 3-car garage versus a 2-car, or a basement versus one that's built on a slab that doesn't have a basement, these would be different features you'd want to make a list of as your home search criteria list so that you can give it to the real estate agent to help you set up a more defined target of homes to look at. And my fifth tip for you today would be to learn what the inspection process is like so that as the inspection period comes up, once you get a property under contract, you can understand what types of things to look for in a home so you can make sure you're buying the right home for you and you're not getting into a problem property. This is where you can also draw on the experience of your real estate agent and the home inspector who comes out and does the inspection, making sure to ask plenty of questions to both of them so they can be resourceful in helping you understand if the home's worth actually pursuing or if you should back out after getting inspections done. So in this case, the inspection report will detail all the things they found wrong with a home, and you can learn how any of these are as far as easiness to fix and what the costs of fixing these are, so you can make sure that you're negotiating this with the seller to maybe get some repair credits sent to you at closing so that you can use some of the seller's money to fix these things before you move in, or just have the seller fix them outright before they turn the keys over to you. So sometimes sellers prefer to just give a credit and let you take care of the repairs once you've moved in instead of just paying and having them done before closing. So keep that in mind as well. But study the inspection process beforehand, ask questions about inspections so that you know when you're getting into a property how you're going to be able to back out of a contract if you realize you're getting into a problem property. And it's also smart to educate yourself on other topics like property taxes, home insurance, how those both work, because as a homeowner, you're responsible for making sure the property taxes are paid and making sure the house is insured with a home insurance policy and what that covers and how you can file a claim, what different damages you can file claims against so that you're aware if any damage ever happens to the property, how to smartly use your home insurance policy. So getting educated on these home ownership topics before you start the buying process will make the transition to home ownership much smoother.